Hey everybody, welcome to my Gangster Garden update. Got my gangster shoes on, my gangster shirt. Just kidding. Here's my garden update. Whatchamacallit's right there. Orange kind of creatures. And my apple tree lost all its leaves. But here's what I wanted to show you. It's my gangster garden. Look, my winter garden is all lush and beautiful. The week that I spent with my mom in the hospital, everything just grew by itself. I think it likes to grow by itself. How do I say that? Like, the stuff grows better if you don't pay attention to it. If you just let nature do its thing, it just grows better. All these things, watch, I'll take you on a tour. Here's my gangster kale. It's red Russian kale. Look how big it is. It's all fluffy and big, like a big old bush of kale. That's cool. And there's a little corn right there. I don't remember planting corn there. Maybe it fell out of my hand or something and it planted itself. Here's my gangster tomato. It's still alive from last year. I took it inside. I dug it up and I put it in a pot and I took it inside. And it struggled mightily, but it's still alive. And I planted it out in the garden today. So hopefully it can keep growing and having tomatoes and stuff. Because tomatoes take a long time to grow from seed. There's a wasp over there. Here's my gangster potatoes. These are potatoes. These are Yukon Gold potatoes. Look, there's a whole row of them. We'll be eating some potatoes. I don't know what this is. I think it's some kind of weird spinach. I don't know what it is, but it's all lovely, and I'm gonna eat it. Because it doesn't look like a weed. It doesn't look like anything that would grow in these parts. It looks like something I planted. I have no idea what it is. I hope it's delicious, though. Here's another one of that thing, and there's a big wasp on it. Can you see it? The wasp is around here somewhere. Can't tell. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the heck that is. Oh, it's a chard. What? That's a chard. Look at the yellow stem on it. See the stem? It's a chard. I grew some chard. Ah, that's awesome. I have a chard. I have lots of chards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chards. Behind the chard are my collard greens, which I ate some. I put them in a soup, but then the flavor got lost in the rest of the soup ingredients, so I don't really know what collard greens taste like yet. Here's my dino kale, and I've eaten this before from my garden. See that it's going to flower right there, but I'm going to let it flower so I can collect the seeds. And then the one behind it, I'm just going to chomp it down with my teeth. Eat it all up. Here's another, shut up! Here's another garden survivor from last year. You can see the leaves are yellow, but the veins are green. It's got nitrogen deficiency. That's because I put it in a pot last year, full of potting soil. And it used up whatever nitrogen was in there, and then now it wants more. So it should get some now that it's in the garden, back in the ground. It should get the nitrogen it needs and turn green again. But that one is also overwintered. Down here, so I have about 50 yellow onions growing. There's some sweet peas. Can you see the sweet pea flower? Or is that? Looks like it might be out of focus. I don't know, there's some sweet peas, and if you can see it, there's some peas on there already. Here's my gangster eggplant. That I also overwintered that inside the house. It got really sick, and all the leaves turned yellow, and I thought it was going to die. But just as it was dying, it started putting out new leaves. So all these leaves on here are brand new leaves from this year. All the old leaves from last year turned yellow and died. And it was attacked twice by once by aphids, once by spider mites. And the spider mites attacked it like 3 times. So it had a hard winter getting attacked and stuff. But it's still alive. And I put it back in the garden, so it should do well. Here's another chard. See the red stems? Isn't that pretty? That's awesome looking. Right above it is some spinach. I think it's a Bloomsdale spinach. I'm not sure. Finally, the spinach grew. It just likes to grow on its own. It doesn't want to grow when I tell it to grow. It's like, I'll grow when I want to grow, baby. I'm spinach. I'm gangsta. This, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a weed or a food. It looks like a weed, though. Kind of, I think you find these along the riverbeds. But here's another one. And they're in a row. And there's another one. I don't know if I planted that or what the heck it is. Here are some peas. Peas. Those. Here's a carrot which grew by itself. I think it's a carrot. It's a lot lovelier than the carrots I had last year. And these carrots that I had, they didn't go to seed, so I don't know how this guy came out by itself. Maybe I left a little piece of carrot in the ground and it grew back up. That would be cool. I have to do an experiment. Not sure if you can see it, but that's a corn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 corns coming up. I can't really find them. I can't tell the difference between corn and grass. But when they get bigger, I'll be able to tell real easily. I think this is a courgette, zucchini. I planted 2. I think that's one of them. This is some kind of a squash. I don't know why it's turning yellow. I have no clue. But I grew that inside the house and I transplanted it out here last night. Hopefully it will grow and be beautiful. Here's my worm tower. I put it in the ground, just waiting for some worms. Right next to it, I think those are cucumbers that I did not plant. They just came up by themselves too. No clue. Stuff just grows. Just growing on its own. Here's a big open space. La la la. There's open spaces around because I'm going to put some peanuts in here. Peanuts. Peanuts. I bet you can't grow peanuts in Nanaimo because they're a warm weather crop. I'm going to put some peanuts and broccoli in there. Somewhere I gotta find a spot for some watermelon and another big tomato plant, bigger than this one. This one is yellow, but it should snap back to life. I think that's my garden update. Spinach, chard, peas, squash, corn, collard greens, carrot, Swiss chard, tomato, red Russian kale, Yukon Gold potatoes, yellow onion, dino kale, yellow bell pepper, eggplant, and that's all, I think. And open spots for plants. Oh, here's the update on the garden expansion right there. The beds are dug. I just gotta fill them back in with dirt and compost. But my brother, he doesn't have insurance on his truck, allegedly. So he can't take me to go get compost. So these garden beds have been sitting here for like 2 weeks already, just waiting for compost. I have no access to compost. Don't know. So I had to change my garden plan, and now I don't know what I'm going to plant in there, if I'm ever going to plant anything in there. I'm going to have to plant everything in this garden here. These are flowers. I don't know if I planted them or not. They don't look like anything I planted, but I let them grow because they're flowers. And bees and stuff likes flowers. Here's my onion bed. It looks like crap. Along this front row here are garlics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 garlics. Right here in this little spot are walking onions. They're red. I bought them because they're beautiful. When I pull them out, I'll show you how pretty they are. In the middle, over there, and all of that are yellow onions, Spanish onions, whatever you call them. So I have yellow onions, walking onions, I guess they'd be scallions, and garlic. So here's my onion bed. Here's my fig tree, still waiting to be planted. What the heck? I know, right? Since November, I've been waiting for compost. Dang it. And I put some sticks in there to try and do a hugelkultur experiment. Can't do an experiment without any freaking compost. Just waiting on a truck. Don't have access to a truck. Nope, don't have one. Au revoir. See you next garden update, gangstas. Stay G. Stay G.